My name is Uduak Igbeka. I work for the Global Alliance for Improved Nutrition, coordinating the activities of the Scaling Up Nutrition Business Network in Nigeria. One of the main reasons why the private sector has increasingly become interested in nutrition and in becoming part of the Scaling Up Nutrition Business Network is because there has been a shift in recent times in discussions around nutrition. So it has become a more visible issue. It has been raised at the global level. It is increasingly being discussed at the national level, and steps are being taken at the highest level of government to address nutrition with the support and collaboration of the private sector. So as much as possible, we try to identify the linkages. Where are the gaps? Where are the shortcomings of the private sector? Who are the partners that can support them to be able to fill those gaps? How are we able to create the partnerships that they require in technical capacity and even access to funding? There is no reason why we cannot create those linkages. Opportunities exist that sometimes businesses are not aware of. So we bring that awareness to the business so that they can tap into those opportunities. There are in some cases, you have call for proposals for business ideas that can possibly impact nutrition, and support is provided in terms of financial support and technical support. And for instance, the SMEs may not be aware that these opportunities exist. So we are that platform that provides the information to the private sector on what opportunities are out there which they can tap into. We initially started engaging with businesses at the national level who are already registered or signed up to the business network at the global level. So that was an easy entry point for us. So a company is already signed up at the global level. We begin discussions with that company, the subsidiary of that company within the country, and tap into the network of those companies as well to be able to meet other businesses. We don't sign up businesses that produce breast milk substitutes. We only engage with businesses that are legally registered in the country, and but basically any registered business can be a member of the SBN, because in whichever sector you find yourself, there is a role for nutrition. Within the global SBN community, we have a lot of interaction. So we learn lessons from each other. We have convenings where we are able to share our experiences and to be able to learn from each other. So yes, and especially if you plan to carry out an activity that has already been done in another country, then you can, of course, engage with the coordinating team in that country to see what their experiences are, what was their process, and that process also work for you in your country, just so that there's no point reinventing the wheel if it is something that works, and we can take the lessons from those countries. And most often we reach out to the global team, and the global team is able to say, okay, so and able to point where the linkages are in other countries and make the connection. To a large extent, the objectives are in line with the priorities of government, because if the government is not interested in what you're doing, no matter how you try to sell it to business, if you don't have the backing of government, then you can't achieve very much. So we look at what the priorities of government are, and we try to see how we can link the private sector to be able to implement nutrition activities in line with those priorities of government. We're carrying out a mapping exercise right now to help us to better understand our businesses, what their needs are, what their strengths are, and what the gaps are, and how we can bridge those gaps. In mapping our members, we are able to see clearly who's missing from this table, from this discourse, and then to actively make attempts to bring those players on board.